This looks yummy.
We're making eggplant parmesan vegan style.
Huh.
Vegan mozzarella cheese and organic spaghetti sauce. That's going to be a eggplant casserole, eggplant parmesan casserole. And then we're making pasta with perfect color. This is all wheat pasta. These are like little candles.
It does.
They're all little fairy colors for Naomi the fairy.
Aww.
And we've got organic garden vegetable spaghetti sauce with that. The process that we have going here is we're sautéing these eggplant on each side until they're a little brown, or a little wilted, a little bit more. What we do with these is let me turn one over. When we put these in originally, we just put a little coat of olive oil on there, just like that. Just a little coat. That's just to fry it. Give it a little flavor and so it doesn't stick to the pan. And we'll do that with the rest of these because these have to be turned over right away. Because you don't want to put oil in the pan like you're doing French fries, because these things are like sponges. They will actually absorb all of the oil.
Now, is the heat on medium or?
The heat's on, it's not red, probably a little less than medium. We're going to turn these and get these lightly brown on each side. And we'll check this pan back here. And these are not quite ready yet.
So how do you know? Oh, okay, so once they start browning, you
just have to watch them so they don't stick a little bit here. Keep moving them around a little bit so they'll stick. The next batch, what we'll do is we'll scrape this off for the next batch. So like let the film all build up in there. And here with the eggplant is we cut off both ends. Take a potato peeler here, and we just peel those right on off like that. It's best to do this and get them in the pan immediately if you can, because they kind of start turning brown like an apple would. But it doesn't affect the texture or the taste whatsoever. It's just the coloring. It's just the oxygen hitting it. But they peel quite easy. Some people like the peeling on it. I know I've gone to Greek restaurants before, and they've actually had the peel still on the cooks. They don't peel it off. But I don't care for it because it's kind of rubbery and chewy tasting, and it doesn't really add anything. There's no flavor to the skin. But I think it just makes it look pretty, I guess. I don't know, but I just don't care for whatever. I prefer to take the skin off. And then we cut these roughly about a half of an inch or so thick, just like that. About a ½ inch thick, a little bit less than ½ inch. And we have 4 eggplant here, and we're going to probably layer these in four different layers, and that will fill up a 9 by 13 casserole dish. Put these in here for now. We'll arrange these later according to size. We'll stack them up, Put the bigger ones on the bottom, and then medium ones in the middle, and the little tiny ones will go right on top. And here we're going to take and scrape off this here if we can real quick. It's very reasonable in the store, but you know why they charge so much is because there's just a lot of work that goes into it. The peeling, the cutting, the frying first, and then baking.
Wait, who charges a lot? Like if you go to a restaurant?
Restaurants charge a lot for eggplant parmesan. Even though the plant itself, the vegetable is reasonably cheap, it's just all the labor that goes in it. It's just a lot of preparation.
A lot of people bread their eggplant, right?
Yeah, but I don't care for it because I like the taste of eggplant by itself. I don't want to taste all that breading. Oh, it smells so good. They haven't invented smell a vision or smell a cell phone. And we're going to season this too. Yeah, 3 like that. Probably 2 layers of these. It's a medium one there. Let's get a little larger one right here. There we go. We salted all these already. I'm not going to put more in. We put salt in those. With a pepper grinder, and we ground pepper on all of those. And now we're going to sprinkle a little bit of oregano. That gives it that nice Italian flavor. Right on there like that. And next is the vegan gourmet mozzarella shreds.
At Trader Joe's, I saw another brand of vegan cheese, and I think it's a little cheaper too.
Yeah? We'll probably use this whole package on here. That's why we keep them close together so nothing gets caught in between them. So I always kind of scrunch them up like that a little bit. I'll say we probably have, I'd probably say 3 layers total. Well, that's what we're doing here now. We're going to just sprinkle a little bit of spaghetti sauce. This is organic. Actually, it's homemade. I made this. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. People tend to take a whole jar and just dump the whole jar on it, and it's not good to do that because what I've learned from cooking eggplant parmesan over the years is if you use a lot of sauce, then what happens is the eggplant just gets all soggy. When you go to scoop it up with a spatula to serve it, it's like pudding, just all soggy, and that's why you just kind of coat it with sauce. And then we're going to start here with another layer on top of that. Oh, it's starting to smell so good with the oregano and the sauce on there.
So good.
And when you give it love like this, it tastes so much better. Even if people didn't know you gave it love, it still tastes better because of the way you arrange it, and you're caring for it, and you're doing it in the present moment. It's like this is all there is. This is food which nourishes our body. What we're going to do with the top layer is we're going to layer it just like this, and then sauce, and then we're going to put another layer of cheese on the very top of it. More sauce here. So you can still see chunks of tomato in there.
Wait, you made that tomato sauce?
I made this homemade with
How did you do that?
peeled tomatoes. You put them in, you blanch them in water, hot water, and you peel the skin off. Some people actually de-seed them, but I don't mess around because you can see the seeds in there.
Wait, so you put the tomatoes in water with the peel and everything?
Right, and then the water.
For how long?
About 5 minutes, and you take them out and you put them in cold water immediately, and you start peeling them right away. And you
the little tomatoes or the big
No,
ones?
the regular tomatoes on the vine or beefsteak.
And then what did you do?
And then I put them in the what do you call it? Food processor. Chop them all up.
Raw,
right? And chop them. And I add a little bit of I take some onion, and if you want, you can do green pepper and saute those, or even mushrooms you can saute. But I just use onions with it.
Okay, so garlic. You sauteed some onions and garlic, and then you put
and then add that
raw,
to the blender.
And then the raw tomatoes in the blender with no water or anything.
Right, and then you well, you may have to add a little bit of water, and then you put it in a saucepan and you start simmering it for about 2 hours. You add oregano to it, some basil.
Oh, you simmered the tomato.
Then after it's ground up
for 2 hours.
At least minimum. And
why? Why 2 hours?
That cooks it. Cooks it down, thickens it. And you have homemade spaghetti sauce. You can add oregano to it. Some people use garlic powder, but that's like cheating. I don't like garlic powder. I've used garlic powder, but just for emergencies, for salads and stuff. But I don't cook with garlic powder. I would prefer to use real garlic. So there we go. We have 3 layers and a little salt. little bit of crushed black pepper on those. That's good. A little bit of oregano. Actually, a lot of oregano. Can't go wrong with a lot of oregano. And we're going to put some more cheese on there. Actually, no, what we're going to do here is we're going to reverse it.
Not put cheese.
Instead of cheese and then sauce, we're going to put sauce and then cheese. Again, you don't want to use a lot of pasta sauce. Okay, we're done with that. And then we're going to top the coat with cheese. The reason we put the cheese on top of this instead of the sauce on top is we want the cheese to melt and have a nice little crusty, gooey top to it in the oven. Because if the cheese is under the sauce, then it's not going to get, really, it's going to get gooey, but it's not going to have that little brown texture to it. Browning texture. That's always nice, to have a little browning texture to it. So this is 8 ounces, and I think we're just about done with it. And we're done. That's it.
Water's boiling with the salt in it. You just put a little bit of salt in there?
Just about a half a teaspoon.
So that the pasta won't get stuck.
And what we're going to do with the casserole here is we want to cover this. Because we're going to bake this for about a half hour, 20 minutes to a half hour. But we want to cover it because otherwise it's going, let's put our oven on 350 right here. Otherwise it's going to burn the top really fast. And the bottom's not going to get heated up, and the oregano and the spaghetti sauce isn't going to be able to marry itself, so to speak. Marrying means they get all blended together. And we have one more last step here to do. Now listen closely, okay?
All right.
Okay, we're going to take our aluminum foil off of the eggplant parmesan.
So it's been in there for what, like 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, about a little bit more than 15.
Right?
Yep. It's almost done, so that we'll just let that cheese on top brown a little bit. And we'll take that out in about 10 minutes. Our pasta water here, I think, is pretty much good to go. This is the final version of our eggplant parmesan vegan style.
That looks so good.
And our trophy something pasta. It's spinach, and it's all made from wheat, spinach, carrot, I think squash, and it's organic home garden spaghetti sauce on top.
Oh, that looks so
This is
good.
the eggplant right here. And your plate's right over there, ready to go.
This is my plate over here. So
All vegan style, 101% vegan.
and it's pretty much organic.
Very hot, be careful.
Oh my god.
Very hot. You don't want to put that big piece in your mouth, sweetie.
Oh man. Okay.
Wait till that cools down, just a little piece.
Oh my god. It's so good.
Good.
Oh my lord.
Let's say a little prayer. Father Source, again, we thank you for all that we have. We're very, very grateful for what we have. Thank you for giving us life. Thank you for all of our daily food that came from you, from consciousness. Wonderful Italian vegan dinner tonight. It's my best little friend Naomi. And we thank you for this wonderful meal. And black cherry organic soda.
Yes. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur, so much. Okay.
It's a movie here.